Hi, welcome back to our Learn Swift series. Congratulations on getting this far because now we're into chapter 3, repeating things. So let's start with lesson 1 in chapter 3 here. This is for loops with ranges. And this is how we can write code that repeats something over and over again. For example, if you want to print out hello and you want to do this 10 times in a row, you could just actually print it out 10 times in a row like so, and you can copy and paste it 10 times. Or you can just write the code once and you can use this for loop to repeat it 10 times. So let's take a look at how you write this for loop. Let's say we wanted to print this 2 times. We're going to write for, and then here you specify a variable. This keeps track of which loop number it's going to be, or it currently is. You need to use the keyword var that you would normally use to declare a variable. You simply write the variable name. And typically for these for loops, people like to use I. That stands for the index or the iteration of the loop. Then you use the keyword in, and then you specify the range. So this range of numbers is what you want to repeat, or how many times you want to repeat. So we're going to say, let's go from 1 to 2. And then we're going to put pair of curly brackets. We're definitely going to want to put the print statement inside. Let's take a look at what happens in this case. So it's going to print out twice. Notice that the difference between 2 and 1 is actually just 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. But it prints it out twice because this range is inclusive. So it includes the lower bound and includes the upper bound. So the first loop, I is going to be equal to 1. And then it's going to print it out like this. And then it's going to go and include this as well, 2. On the second loop, I will be 2. And then it's going to print this out. So when you say 1 to 10, it will actually print it out 10 times. Now, what if you didn't want to include this upper range? Let's say you wanted to print from 1 to 9. You could do 2 dots and just a less than sign, and that would exclude the 10th iteration. What we can do is just put in the iteration number there, and you can see it goes from 1 to 9. Now, this is also an example of using this variable I inside the loop. We're printing out hello with I. You can see how that affects the output here. But if we did not need to use this variable, we can, in fact, instead of actually declaring a variable, just put an underscore. And this tells Swift that I don't need to use the variable, so don't even declare one. And that works fine. Okay, let's take a look at what else we have here. So we have the range, which we talked about. This is called the closed range. It includes the numbers, the upper and the lower numbers. This is half open range. We talked about this with the less than sign. We talked about this where we don't need the loop variable, so we just put an underscore. And stride, yeah, we didn't talk about this, but this lets you count up or down by a number other than 1. Because from here, you can see that we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10. If we wanted to count by 2s, let's say, instead we use stride, and it takes 3 different numbers. So from 1 through to 10 by 2, let's say. Let's put the variable I back in so we can print it out here and we can see exactly what we're getting. So yeah, we get 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and you can count down as well. So we can go from 10 to 1, counting by -1, for example. And what we get is starting from 10 all the way to 1. You can count down by 2s, and that's how you use stride. Let's take a look at the challenge now. And this is a multiplication table. Write a for loop that prints 7 times table from 7 times 1 all the way up to 7 times 12. Each line should look like this. Okay. So let's try this out. So first of all, we are going to loop from 1 all the way up to 12. Open up a pair of curly brackets, and then we're going to print out 7 times, and here we're going to substitute the variable I in there, right, equals, and we're going to have to substitute the result as well. So here we're going to actually put in the calculation 7 times I. And this will allow us to print out the 7 times table, just like that. So let's ignore the hellos, but starting from here. There's a bonus part to this, which is to use a stride loop to print only the even multiples of 7. So 7 times 2, 7 times 4, and so on. So let's try that out ourselves here. Let's do that right here. So instead of 1 to 12, we use the stride keyword, this one right here, we're going to do from 2 to 12 by 2. And that will print out, starting from here, only the even multiples. Oh, but we want it to include 12. So there's actually 2 different strides. I don't know if you saw there. This one that we used was 2, but we probably want to use this one, which is through, because this will actually include the end value. So from 2 through 12 by 2. So that was a good thing that we did so that I could illustrate the difference between 2 and through. And now it includes 12. Hope that was helpful. Don't forget you can do these AI prompts to extend this lesson and go a little bit further. So this one right here is a quiz. This one right here gives you some more examples. And these prompts produce some code samples with comments that you can read and understand more. Again, the links to these prompts will be in the description below. All right, I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.